This is TWiT. On the line from Perth Amboy, New Jersey, Miguel. Hello, Miguel.
Hey, how are you, Leo?
I'm great. Thanks for hanging on. We're going to get Miguel's picture up here in just a second. There he is. How are things in Perth? Did you get snow in Perth Amboy?
Yes, we did. About 2 weeks ago, we did.
Now, there was another storm going through New York, I think, a couple of days ago, too.
Yeah, my in-laws are in New Jersey, and they got snowed in the other week. It was just
weird weather. So what can we do for you today, Miguel?
Yes, I was wondering if you have any recommendations on Wi-Fi hotspot for my Surface Pro 4. I use my computer on while traveling, like let's say for on planes and also in airports and also in public areas. Mm-hmm. I just like to know if you have any recommendations on hotspot.
So obviously, a plane is not a good place to use hotspot.
They tend to frown on that one, but the airport is a great place to use it because you've got time sitting around.
I recently bought one of the first Windows on ARM computers, the new HP Envy X2.
Oh, right, yeah.
And that has an LTE slot. Actually, Microsoft now, for a significant premium, makes a Surface Pro that has an LTE chip in it.
You do pay through the nose for that.
But it's a great thing. This X2 gets 20 hours of battery life. Plus, I'm always connected. It's a little slow because it's running on a Snapdragon, but I just love the idea that I don't have to think about it. I'm always connected. Now, I have to admit, there's Wi-Fi everywhere now.
Up to a point, but I mean, I just wanted to ask, I mean, have you considered using your phone as a hotspot? Because, I mean, a lot of phones now, you've got the ability to turn it into a hotspot, so that's one possibility. Sorry, yeah.
I have used it also, but it kind of runs my battery life on my phone.
That's true.
And I do want to avoid that.
Yeah, okay.
So the ideal hotspot would have good battery life.
Yeah.
Preferably a day, right? 10 hours to 15 hours.
That's really what you need, yeah.
It would be work on a variety of LTE signals. In fact, ideally,
SIMs,
it would even work overseas. I guess you'd need a new SIM if you went to...
Well, no, if you've got a virtual SIM in there, then it can reconfigure itself for various things, yeah.
Here's the number one thing in my book. You pay as you go.
Yes.
I think, generally with pay-as-you-go solutions, you pay more up per gigabyte, but you only pay for the gigabytes used. Mm-hmm. One of the problems with the phone hotspot is you pay every month whether you use it or not. Yeah. I don't like that. So I would be looking for something that had those attributes. I used for some time the Karma Go. They actually have a new Karma Go. This is exactly what you're talking about. It's an LTE hotspot. It's light. Now, they say 6 to 8 hours of charge, and that's exactly what I was getting. So that's a little light. They do have a new one that has, it looks like VPN and an anonymity. It's a little expensive. It does work. Mine worked on the Sprint network, and I think that's all they use still is the Sprint network. And the thing that really disappointed me about Karma Go is they changed the plans to a subscription plan. Yeah. I used to pay $10 a gigabyte, and I really liked that. They still have a pay-as-you-go, $3 a month, though, but that, I guess, is a little better than, whatever, $79 a month for 10 gigabytes. So let's throw that one out. I don't think the Karma Go is the right solution. What else do you have?
Well, I was talking to somebody about this, and they recommended, I haven't used it myself, but I mean, they recommended this thing called Skyroam.
I'm tempted to get this for our trip to Japan, because this works internationally. Right?
Yeah, it's international. It's both a hotspot and a battery pack, so you can charge up your phone from it while you're using it, although that will cut into battery life a bit. But it is, coming back to the payment thing, $8, unlimited data for the day. Now, there's no subscription fee, as I understand it. So that would mean that you could use it just when you need to use it. You don't have to be constantly paying for something that you're not using. It appears to have a virtual SIM which can work with pretty much any network and in a lot of countries as well.
So this is kind of like, I don't know, GoGo Internet or Boingo, where you're buying a day pass, basically.
Yeah.
But it's in your pocket.
Yes, exactly. It's not like the in-flight Wi-Fi, which is up and down like the Assyrian Empire most of the time.
I like this that it's also 5 gadgets at once. So I really like the idea of this if you're traveling. When we were in the UK, we got from 3, which is one of the UK providers, one of these little MiFi style cards. It was a flat rate, so I didn't have to worry about it. I carried it in my pocket, and we just made sure that the phone was set to Wi-Fi, that the laptop was set to Wi-Fi. So Lisa's phone, my phone, all of our devices were set to that Wi-Fi that I was carrying around.
Right.
We never had to worry about data roaming charges. We could turn off data roaming and just get data through the hotspot. That was actually really convenient. I wish it had better battery life. That's why long battery life has become one of my key things. I don't know what the Skyroam offers, but it has I think it's going to be pretty good because it doesn't have a big battery pack.
Yeah, it's got a battery pack built in, so you can actually charge up your phone while you're using it in emergencies.
Wow.
The other one thing I always take to airports when I'm traveling is a little 3-plug adapter extension, because you know what it's like trying to get a plug at an airport. People hog them. So if you just say, would you mind if I plug this in? You plug that into that, and you've got another 2 free plugs there. But I think, yeah, you need something with a decent battery life. And thankfully now planes have, an awful lot of planes over here have their own power points as well, so you can recharge it in between, in flight. And make sure it's nice and ready when you get to the airport.
I'm going to buy one of these for a trip to Japan. And we'll see how it works. What I do is I have Google's Fi service, which works fine in Japan, and I get not fast, not LTE, but 3G, maybe 2G sometimes service, unlimited for free, plus cheap calls and unlimited texting.
Right.
I also have T-Mobile, and that works pretty much the same way.
There you get, GPR.
And they claim, but I have to say, sometimes I get LTE service, so I think it really depends where you are and how they've set up the service. So I'm going to bring those two to Japan, and in the past, that's really been enough, especially given the Wi-Fi nowadays is everywhere. But let me get one of these. They allow you, 2 different ways of doing it. You can buy it if you're going to use it all the time, or the device itself. You can rent it, and they say if you're only going to use it once a year, you might want to rent it. It's $9.95 rental per day, and I presume that includes the bandwidth. So it's $1.95 more than just paying for the bandwidth, right?
But compared to the amount of the charges you get charged by some commercial Wi-Fi providers,
this is going to save you a lot of money. Yeah. So I have heard a lot of good things about this. This is Skyroam. And it has good battery life. It has a day rate, which I like even better, really, than a gigabyte.
Well, yeah, I mean, a day rate with unlimited data, which is, because I'm sick of data overage charges. Right. It's just such a pain.
And if you're going to be gone for a long time, they say 16-hour battery life. Now we're cooking with gas. Oh, you know what else I like? USB-C connector. I am so tired of devices that still have micro USB. I just want to bring USB-C with me on all my trips because everything I use, except for the iPhone, charges with USB-C. So this looks like a pretty good choice. We don't have direct experience, Miguel, but does that seem like something you would be interested in?
Skyroam, I would think so, yes. It's a possibility, yes, it would be.
Yeah. There's also, you mentioned Alcatel has something that
the
T-Mobile
Alcatel
sells.
LINKZONE. T-Mobile are very keen on this. It's mainly, it seems to be their main hotspot these days. But, I mean, okay, it's small, it's, it's relatively convenient. But
Small tells me no battery life.
Yeah, exactly. You don't get... I would prefer to have a lot more battery life and have something slightly chunkier than have something, that, okay, it doesn't do a bulge in your pocket, but how long does it last for? Yeah, you see they're saying 6 hours, which is really pushing it. I would want, ideally, 8. Because the amount of time you can get stuck in airports just trying to get stuff done and having to keep an eye on the battery power the whole time is not fun.
I'm buying my Skyroam Solis right now, and I will, $149, and then, as we said, $8 or $9 for a day pass.
Yep.
Unlimited. That sounds like a pretty good deal. And they have a $99 for the whole month.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a pretty good deal if you were going to do a lot of traveling. Do you travel a lot, Miguel? Or is this just around Perth Amboy?
Mostly on vacations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So
it seems like a good idea, and especially if you've got a family. Right? If it's just me, maybe the $9 is going to be a lot. But if it's me, Michael, Lisa, it's my watch, it's my phone, it's my tablet.
Yeah,
I think I might get my $9. $9.
You get your money's worth for that.
Yeah, I think so. So there's 3 choices for you. We don't have direct experience with any of those. Verizon has a travel pass for $9.99 a day. I think that a lot of cell phone companies now do that. But again, that drains the battery on your cell phone. And I like the idea of one Wi-Fi device that everybody's attached to. I think that seems like a great way to do it. But if you bought a power bank and plugged your phone into it and used it as a hotspot, that might be another way to go. Well, I'll come back from Japan, May 5th, and I'll give you a report on the May 12th screensavers. How about that?
Perfect.
Thanks, Miguel. Hey, it's great to talk to you.
Very much.
And Leo.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to add that I've been watching you from way back, from the days of Tech TV back in the late 90s. And in the past few months, I've been, I'm proud to see that you have come back.
You're going to make me cry, Miguel.
That's really nice.
I remember Megan, back then Adam Sessler,
Yep.
Martin Sargent,
Yep.
all of you guys. I mean, I think you guys have, how do I say, put my knowledge in technology way up there.
You must have been a kid when you started watching.
I was like maybe 17, 18 years old.
Thank you. You know, every time I hear this, of course I hear this a lot, and it makes me happy every time because I feel like we made a lot of geeks in our days. Tech TV started as ZDTV in 1998.
Sean in our office watched it back then.
Yeah, continued through till about 2004. They sold it to Comcast, moved it to LA. I parted company with them at that point. But those years for me, between 1998 and 2004, were just as exciting and important for me as I think for a lot of the people I meet all the time. And guess what? May 11th, which is a month off, we are going to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the launching of ZDTV.
Wow.
20 years ago. So, Miguel, maybe we'll do something on the screensavers the next day. I don't know.
Awesome.
Thank you, Miguel, for your nice words. I
Cheers,
really
mate.
appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Makes me feel like my road to Geezerville has been paid.
You're not going to let that go, are you?
Thanks, Miguel. Take care.